Raju, Sip Sudeep, Sip Samatma, Sip Parvati, Sip Ru Mataji, Sip Ru, Sip Gautam, Sip Yogini, Sip Karan, Sip Rekha, Sip Mrs. Mirchadani, Sip Leena, Sip Bliss, Sip Sagai, Sip Motkura Anand, Sip Gliko and Bliko, Sip Kundan, Sip Alka Jala. And still people joining the call. But welcome. Today we have an interesting topic. The topic for today's discussion is how to deal with problems, because problems come in the way of enlightenment. So how does one deal with problems? Who would like to attempt to be the champion, the spiritual champion for today? As I told you, if you want to evolve on the spiritual journey, if you want to grow, you must ask questions. Because if you don't ask questions, it doesn't work. Ru Mataji and then Bliko. Ru Mataji.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Pranam Mataji.
Guruji, first thing is when we are in consciousness, at that time there is no problem. We are in Satchit. But when we are in Sansar, we are in Bhoga state, and at that time problems arise. At that time we have to be focused 100% on the problem. And then we should be able to discriminate it. And then intelligently and wisely decide the solution. And then choose it correctly. I feel like this we can do it.
So tell me, what you say is very nice, very poetic, but practically, bataiye Ru Mataji, suppose you have a problem, how do you deal with it? Practically.
Guruji, uske बारे में we think कि भाई क्या problem है, we want to find the solution, but our attention should be 100% focused on the problem. Otherwise, we won't be able to decide.
Okay, I am not, by focusing on the problem, what happens? Just by focusing on the problem.
We can think wisely. We can think wisely. ध्यान इधर उधर नहीं जाएगा.
But that is not a spiritual solution. Focus on the problem is you are giving a very inspirational or motivational solution. Focus on the problem. But how do you deal with problems? I mean, I don't know whether I told you all over the last 2 days, I have been caught with so many things. I know those who are in Bangalore are familiar. Bangalore is flooded. There is water so much. And I don't want to share the micros of the problem, but why I spoke to you is, why I brought this point up, is to help you deal with problems. Because you all have problems. Don't tell me you don't have problems. You all have problems. The question is, how do you deal with the problem? A problem will come and attack you. The problem will come and zap you. Correct? How do you deal with it? What do you do? What are problems? Why do they come? So there's a spiritual way to deal with problems. So Ru Mataji, let us see what the others have to say. Bliko, Bliss, Ru, Ashok. Bliko.
Shivam, Guruji, Shivam, everybody. So problems is inevitable in life, whether you are in yoga or bhoga or whatever it is.
Correct.
Because if you are even spiritual journey, you have problems of knowledge, understanding, and getting progress into that. So you have questions, so you have to ask questions and find out the solution with the right guru or right scripture. And in sansar also there will be a problem. Even if you are sannyasi, you have problem because you need food, you need body, you have body, so you will have problems of body also. So all these problems are there.
How to deal with problems?
How to deal with that problem? Okay, so dealing with this problem is to analyze it and give, and we have to make the priority which problem, because problem will come and then you will lose your peace of mind. So important problems are to be dealt with using intellect and getting help from others. Like example, like if I have body pain, I have to go to doctor and take this medicine and follow his instructions. Number one. Second, if I have problem, I don't understand something, I have to ask question and find out the answer.
Today I want to give you all a beautiful solution. I'm just trying to see how many of you have that solution already. Because when I faced so many problems, how did I deal with it? So, like I always give you all a very, what do? I give you all a very practical way of dealing with things, don't I? I give you all a very practical way how to deal with the problems of life. I give you all the problems you have to deal to get enlightened. I give you all so many solutions, but today I'm asking a very practical thing. I'm asking you a very practical thing, how to deal with problems. And I want to give you all a solution. At the end of this call, I hope I can give you a workable solution. I'm not saying, see, all of you, for example, when we say, what is the way to enlightenment? We say Pirlu. Who can tell me the meaning of Pirlu?
Yeah, purification, illumination,
Realization,
liberation, and unification.
Very good. Who can tell me the magic to enlightenment? Who can tell me the magic to enlightenment?
Yeah, mumukshutva, ask God's grace, GGGG, ignorance, remove ignorance, and live in consciousness.
See, like this I want to keep you.
Yeah, so that we have to understand from you now.
When you have a problem, I want to give you A, B, C. What I want to give you? A, B, C. That's all. So let us ask Bliss. What is the A, B, C to deal with problems? Bliss.
Hello, Shivam here.
Shivoham.
I think the way to manage with the problem is to understand what is the problem first. And we have to analyze and realize, accept, and surrender.
Very good. So what is I like your answer. So repeat it. Repeat your answer.
We have to accept, analyze, realize, accept, and surrender.
Analyze, realize, accept, and surrender. Is that right?
Yes.
What do you mean by analyze and realize? What? Accept and surrender, I understand.
Analyze the problem, it's to be able to understand what happened and how I can resolve this problem. After the realization, it's to be able to find what I need for resolve the problem. After, we have to accept the change, because our problem with I don't know how to say, but brought a change, and we have to accept and surrender what will happen in the future.
Your answer is very good. Your answer is one of the best answers, but I still don't get the complete subject on it. So let me see. Let me see whether we can get what you're saying. You don't forget. I will put your answer in right perspective. But let us see who else wants to speak. Ru, Ashok Nichani, Samatma, Rekha Parwani. So Bliss, your answer is very good, but I want to see whether I can help you improve the answers. How to deal with? I told you, Bliss. I want to give you the answer. How to deal with problems? A, B, C. That's all. A, B, C. Any problem in your life? A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. So let's start. Ru.
Shivoham, Guruji.
Shivoham.
Guruji, first we have to see the problem And whether we have to first judge whether the problem, we can do something about it or we can't do something about it.
Okay.
Then if we can do something about it, then we should list out the possible solution. What can be a possible solution to it? But we don't have to focus too much on the problem, otherwise the problem will become bigger. So we should take it easy. No problem is, there is a problem, but still it will be fine.
Sometimes you all tell me na 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 na. Then I don't know what to say. It's okay, but how do you deal with problems? I want you to try to find a way which will make you overcome your problems. I want to give you that. I want to give you a magical way. ABC. ABC, like Pirlu, magic, ABC. How to deal with problem? Tomorrow if I ask you, how do you deal with tomorrow I may be dead and gone. Suppose I'm dead. And you have a problem. What will you remember? AiR told, when AiR was alive, AiR told ABC. ABC. Because I may not be here tomorrow. I'll be gone. How will you deal with your enlightenment? How will you deal with your life? Will you stop enlightenment? Will you just become samsaric? Will you stop living a life of Satchidanand, of consciousness, of bliss, and you will be an ordinary person? No. You have to deal with your problems with ABC. Ashok Nichani. Come on, let me see who's going to work on it.
Shivam Sarji.
Shiva.
Sarji, problems, 99% of the people have problems.
100% of the people have problems.
Because their mind, they are using their mind, not the consciousness. Those who are in consciousness will not have any problems. Secondly, the ABC is fight it, first face it, fight it, and finish it.
Good. I like it. That is the way of doing it in a very motivational way. Face it, fight it, finish it. I like it.
Because we are in the mind state.
Yeah, but Ashok Nichani, my dearest Ashok Nichani, today my beloved died. My Prema Yoga died. So what do I do? Face it, fight it, finish it?
No, Sarji.
Somebody who loved me more than probably anybody in the world, she died.
So for that, the answer is, can you do something? If it is yes, do it. Can you do something no? Then forget it. There's an equation.
Good. I like your thought process. Ashok, I like your thought process. But we need
then accept it.
Good. Ru Mataji is a wise Mataji. I always like Ru Mataji's words. I always tell Ru Mataji kya bolti hai hamesha mujhse? Let us not work by the heart. Let us work by the head. Means let us not think by the mind. Let us think by the buddhi, by the vivek. Yes, somebody very dear. This beloved used to love me so deeply that if I left this beloved for 2 days, the beloved would not eat food. It's not easy. It's not easy. But later you can ask me more about that. Thank you, Ashok Nichani. Samatma. Shiva.
When we live in total surrender, when we surrender, no problem looks too big. Because when SIP has given it to us, we are in total surrender. We should realize that this has come to us for some reason. Take the lesson from it. And we have to remember that everything is Maya. So be as an observer. That what you give. Yes.
So what do you say? How do you deal with problems? Just surrender.
Surrender and observe it. Like
what will happen if you observe it?
We know where we stand in it. What is it? Because we have surrendered. So everything will come our way. We will know how to face it.
What you say is quite good. Quite good. Rekha Parwani. Thank you, Samatma. Rekha Parwani.
Shivam AiR.
You gave a very Samatma gave a very profound answer. You will come to know at the end of it why. Okay. Thank you. Good answer. Rekha Parwani.
Shivoham AiR.
Shivoham.
I wanted to say what Bliss said, that we have to surrender. If the problem is solved by us, we need to solve it. For example, if you're not well, like you have to go to the doctor and deal with it. But in spite of that, if you're not getting well, then we have to surrender to the Lord.
My dear friends. Yeah. So what's the answer therefore, Rekha? What should you do? How to deal with problems?
You have to accept and surrender, AiR, because
so if you accept and surrender, that ends the matter?
No. Like when the problem comes, we have to face it, because we have to realize that the problem has come for some purpose only. Like, for example, it must be a prarabdha karma, some problems.
You are all giving good answers. All of you. Rekha Parwani, Samatma, Bliko, and was it Bliss, all giving good answers. But you're not giving the complete answer. The answer I'm giving you today, a magical way of dealing with problems.
And one more point.
Yeah.
We have to not live as body-minded.
Are Rekha Parwani. You don't live in a body, mind, ego, fine, but that has nothing to do with dealing with problems. Because the problems is dealt with body, mind, ego.
Yes, yes.
You may not be that, but how do you deal with the problems?
Yes.
Sunil Chittal. And then Atmatray, and then I'll give you the answer. And then we'll have a discussion. Sunil Chittal, Atmatray, then AiR, and then we will have a discussion. Sunil Chittal.
Yeah. First of all, if it is a problem, we have to first accept it because it is coming from self. So acceptance and analysis is a must because you have to deal with the problem with your intellect, not by emotion. Secondly, we have to be aware of the fact that any solution to any problem will take its time. So consistency and persistence with whatever solution the SIP gives you, you have to not jump multiple solutions. So basically accept, analyze, and then persistently deal with it and accept, because you have to deal with karmaneva adhikarasti. Your job is to deal with the problem, not worry about the fruits of your action. And that is where your fruits of the action, you have to surrender to the outcome. But to deal with the problem, if it is a war, I have to fight, I will fight it. But in the full consciousness.
Lovely. Sunil Chittal is always an advanced person. Lovely answers, but still not giving me the ABC. Lovely answers, Sunil Chittal. Lovely answers. Continue. Anything more you want to say, Sunil?
No, basically only same thing. ABC. The first is accept, analyze, then use your buddhi to come with a solution.
Good.
And then apply the solution, because you have to understand all comes, but everything has to be done in consciousness. There cannot be an emotional mind telling you to do something. Your ego coming and telling you, why should I go and ask help from so and so person? If he's the expert in the field,
today I feel you're looking very healthy today. First of all, you're looking.
Yeah,
you're looking like you've overcome your challenges. I feel like that.
Has given me a positive response today.
No, I can see it on your face. Thank you, Atmatray, please.
Atmatray. Shivam, sir.
And sir, then next, I'm giving you my answer, and then we have a discussion how to deal with problems, because you all have problems. Nobody. Okay. A problem-free life does not exist. It's like an illusion, like a mirage in the desert. There was a man who gave a speech and he told everybody, come on, I'm taking you to a place where there is no problems. Who all want to go? Because he was having a motivational speech. Everybody put their hand up. Yes, we all want to go. We all want to go. The man said, how many cars do we have? Because I'm taking you to the place where there's no problems. And so they flattened 14 cars. There are 14 cars full of people. And then he drove the first car. 14 cars followed. He went and he stopped. He said, everybody get down. It was a cemetery. It was a graveyard. He asked, how many of you want to come inside? There are people here, I have no problems. Nobody wanted to go inside. They said, no, we are okay. We are okay. We are okay. We are alive and we have the problem. We are okay. We don't want to go to the graveyard. My dear friends, today I want to give you a solution after Atmatraya. Atmatraya. Then ABC by AiR. Yes, Shivam sir.
Sir, for any problem, first we have to analyze the problem, then break the problems step by step, and third, correct, and with consciousness, clarity requires. Then we can solve.
Atmatraya is very sincerely trying to get A, B, and C. Atmatraya very sincerely, he is caught on that A, B, and C. Analyze, and then you break, and then clarity. So Atmatraya is sticking to with like how sometimes you want to be very obedient. No, A, B, and C. Atmatraya?
Yes, sir.
Atmatraya, I would say A, B, C. Atmatraya is the best in consciousness. A, B, C. Atmatraya is the best in.
Thank you.
Everybody, each. Okay, my dear friends. Today I speak to you because I realize we all face problems. And today I want to tell you how to deal with problems. And tomorrow, if anybody asks you the question how to deal with the problem, the answer is what? A, B, C. That's it. What is the first thing you have to do when you have a problem? Accept without protest. Accept without protest. You accept. Somebody died. What do? Accept. My entire building is flooded. It's 6 feet of water. The generators are floating in the water. What do? Accept. Why A is important? Because if there's no A, no acceptance, you will be frustrated. You will be dead. You will be finished. Learn. I'm asking you a question. Something happens. Something happened yesterday which was very unpleasant to me. What can I do? Can I change it? I can't change it. I accept without protest because I know it is to do with karma. It is to do with karma. That's why I'm not saying accept. I'm giving you all a new word. Accept without protest. Don't say, okay, Prabhu. Don't say like that. Accept without protest. What is the second step? The second step is the word. I like the word, and therefore I'm giving the word to you. It is do your best. Do your best. B stands for best, not second best. Not second best. Don't analyze. Analyze. You can keep on. Those who realize, they don't analyze. Those who realize, they don't analyze. Accept. The problem is in front of you. What Ashok said, face it, fight it, finish it. How do you do it? By doing your best. So what is the A and B? Accept without protest. Do your best. As a karma yogi. As a karma yogi, you say, oh Lord, I will be done. I will do my best. What do? I do nothing. You do everything. I will do my best as a manifestation of you. But don't do 99%. I'm telling you honestly, my dear friends, I don't normally tell you, but from morning 5 o'clock, I start my day with dhyana yoga. I'm in silence. I do my karma yoga. I write a book. I do my bhakti yoga. I do arti. I write a bhajan. I do jnana yoga. I'm in prema yoga. And all the time I answer Quora questions. I try to immerse myself into my karma yoga. Because I'm offering it to the divine. So I'm guiding you. A, accept without protest. B, do your best. And C, in consciousness, surrender the rest. Surrender the rest. तुम ही सब कुछ जानत प्रीतम, तेरी इच्छा पूरत हो. दुख में सुख में मेरे प्रीतम, तेरी इच्छा. So if you want it in a quote form, accept without protest, do your best, surrender the rest. If you want it in a rhyming form, accept without protest, do your best, surrender and protest. You want it in ABC form, accept without protest, the best, in consciousness, surrender the rest. So however you want to remember it. But I told you ABC because this is the way, my dear friends. Accept, accept, accept. There is no way to live your life without accepting. I'm telling you, you think everything that happens in my life happens because the way I like it to happen? Oh no. But I sing a song. I sing a song. I say, whatever you wish, I accept. There are many songs. I'm not getting the right song, but hopefully one day I'll sing a song on, oh Lord, I accept. So one, accept. Second is do your best. B stands for best. And third, in consciousness, surrender the rest. Accept without protest, do your best in consciousness, surrender the rest.
Sirji,
so easily you can. Yes, Ashok.
प्रभु अर्पण करूं मेरा जीवन तुझको.
ट्यून क्या है? अर्पण समर्पण करना
मेरा जीवन अर्पण करूं तुझको.
Then you say that tune. प्रभु मेरा जीवन अर्पण करूं तुझको.
और कुछ न चाहूं.
और कुछ ना मैं चाहता, तू जो मिले मुझको. Then स्वीकार मैं हूँ करता, देता जो भी मुझको. Beautiful, Ashok Nichani. You got the right bhajan. So my dear friends, now please question me and challenge me. If you do this ABC, can you deal with any problem? So I want somebody to challenge me. That no, sorry, your answer is not okay because it doesn't cover this. And I told all of you gave the right answer. I think Samatma, you said surrender. I think Bliss gave a very good answer. Bliss, you gave all the answers. Bliss, you said accept and surrender, correct? But you did not say do your best. You gave A and correct. So now Bliss, what's the answer, Bliss? When you have a problem, what do you do with your problem, Bliss? Unmute.
Accept without protest, do your best, and in consciences, surrender the rest.
Wow. See, Bliss is one of my French darlings because my French darling, she is so committed to the class. For me, there can be nothing greater than somebody who's committed to the Zoom call. I just love Bliss's commitment. It's so good. It's so good because this makes me feel I owe many of you. If I take Samatma is so committed to the class. I am so dedicated. If I take Sudeep, if I take Girish, if I take Ashok Nichani, if I take Rumataji, Yogini, Bliko, Rekha Parwani, Sunil Chittal, all of you, you're so committed, including Gautam. I mean, I may miss a name, Ru, I am Parvati Amma. Oh, there's so much commitment. Samatma, what's the answer, Samatma? How do you deal with problems?
Accept without any protest, do your best, and surrender to consciousness. The rest will be done.
Very good. Very good. So Gautam, yes, Gautam, you want to ask me something?
शिवम यार.
Shivam.
ये जो थर्ड पॉइंट है कॉन्शियसनेस में, जब प्रॉब्लम आता है तो सरेंडर ओके, बेस्ट ओके, बट वी फॉरगेट टू बी कॉन्शियसनेस. अगर कॉन्शियसनेस नहीं है तो वर्क होता है क्या?
Why I told him consciousness, Gautam? Because if we are not surrendering in consciousness, you know what we do, Gautam? We go and we keep on nagging at the problem. The problem doesn't leave us. if we don't do it in consciousness, Gautam, हम problem के पास बार-बार जाएंगे, problem. अरे consciousness में हम problem के पास जाएंगे नहीं, हमने problem किसी और के हाथ में डाल दिया. Can we put it? Can we leave the problem in the hand of the divine? Do we have the faith? Do we have the courage? Do we have the patience? Do we have the persistence? Do we have the belief? Do we have the love? Do we have the trust? We don't have it because we don't have the consciousness. Surrender is not possible easily. I am telling you, my dear friends, it's not easy to surrender. You can accept, you can do your best, but to surrender the rest, it's not easy. And you must always accept and do your best in the mode of surrender. Therefore, A, B, C. I've given you all a solution. How many of you agree, or if you don't agree, please question me now. Atmatra, you agree, Atmatra? I've given you a similar A, B, C. You like it, Atmatra, or you have a different opinion?
No, sir. I have agreed.
What is the ABC, Atmatra?
For acceptance, the problem, do our best, and surrender with consciousness.
Good. Accept without protest.
Yeah.
Without protest. Yes. Important. Then do your best. Do your best as a karma yogi, not with ego. And finally, in consciousness, surrender the rest. Let go. Sudeep, Bhargava, and Girish, you have not spoken today, so I want to pick your mind. And Yogini, you have not spoken.
Yes,
so I
sir.
want to hear. Yes.
No, perfect. Nothing.
Have we covered?
Divergent views from what you said about ABC. I think that's the best approach, no doubt.
No, but will you be able to deal with problems with this, or you think you'll still not be able to deal with the problem? Take any problem that you're facing, and give it.
Yes. Definitely.
And give it into the hands of ABC. Take any problem that you're facing today, and let it go through the process of ABC, and see whether you can deal with that problem. Can you or not? Take any problem. I'm not asking you to tell me the problem. You take any problem and you reflect on the problem. If you do A, B, C with your problem, you think you've dealt with it?
Definitely, sir. At end of the day, because acceptance is required, because unless we accept that there is a problem, you cannot do your best. And then at one stage I completely agree with you. You have to surrender at one stage, whether you like it or not.
Option.
So
no, you don't have,
that surrender, if you do it willfully.
No, you don't have an option.
That's what I'm saying. Whether you like it or not, at the end of the day, you have to surrender at one or the other point.
Good, Sudeep. I'm happy.
So if you do it willfully, I think it will be easy. It's like somebody pulling me out of the chair. If I do it willfully, it will be easy.
Good. Sunil Chittar wants to say, but I want to come back to Girish and Yogini. Sunil Chittar.
The accept without protest is understood. Then surrendering the results and outcome in consciousness also is understood. But doing your best actually requires a lot of objectivity, persistence, and using your intellect. Because I see many people do their best, but they do so emotionally, they don't even they go into state surrender without actually doing their best.
Yeah, but because if you don't do your best, I'm telling you, Sunil Chittal, the problem is this. If you don't do your best, you cannot deal with your problems.
Yes, because doing the best, people attach ego to it. They know doing the best means going to the right specialist. Yeah. Doing the best means going to the right advisor. If you got financial problems, you have to go to the financial advisor. You got strategy problems, go to strategist.
Correct.
You got medical problem, go to a doctor. Now the nearest doctor to them is the best thing to do because it's really a problem. But they say, oh, that fellow is the best, but I don't like his face, or he doesn't like me. You don't even approach. So that magic element is not there. One is that acceptance and ask is missing, and going to a guru. So they miss on the consciousness, and then doing the best elements are lost.
So this, what I have given you today.
Especially with the bhakta, I find all these bhaktas who don't use their intellect, They suddenly surrender to God and then they just go on doing this, hoping the problem will resolve on its own. And
no, so if you surrender to God without doing your best,
it will not work. Exactly.
It's not going to work.
Yes.
So I've given you all, and if you don't accept, it's not going to work. If you don't accept, you will be bitter. Many people who don't accept, they are bitter. And if you don't, and that's why I said accept without protest. Sunil Chittal, you are very right. Do your best. You said it's a tricky subject. Do it as a karma yogi. Do it with your buddhi. Like Rubataji said, not with your heart, but with your head, which means with discrimination, what you just said. So do your best, knowing that it is the divine who is working through you. But do your best. 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 And then surrender the rest. Surrender the rest in consciousness. That is a fourth factor. Surrender the rest in consciousness. You know what my Guruji told me? My Guruji told me there are people who say we can make the impossible possible. We can make the impossible possible. But what he said, what he taught me, without the divine will, even the possible will become impossible. Thank you, Girish. Girish and then Yogin.
The answer is A, B, C, D. After accepting without protest and doing your best, and after surrendering the rest in consciousness, shut the door so that your mind cannot go to the problem again.
Salute, and I accept it. I accept it. Huh? It's not going to be part of my quote, because in my quote, I can't put the door. Let me see if my administrators can help me with the word door, because I made the quote, accept without protest, do your best, surrender the rest. Huh? So we see whether we can add this to shut the door. So I like it. I like what Girish said. Girish says, once you accept without protest and you do your best and you surrender in consciousness the rest, shut the door to the thoughts of your mind, because the mind can make you unwind. So the mind can make you reverse. Oh, the mind can kill you. The mind can pull you back into samsara. The mind can make you blink and think and sink. The mind is the biggest enemy, my dear friends. The mind is a rascal. Kill it before it kills you. Still it, or you will have to be dead and gone. So I like your answer, Girish. So those of you who would like to have the answer as A, B, C, D, you can take it. But it's not rhyming, but it's worth it. I don't know whether we are going to finally do A, B, because let me tell you one thing. Girish, I like your answer. But Girish, who can tell me why we will not accept Girish's D? Who can tell me why we will not accept Girish's D? Sunil Chittal.
Because once you surrender the rest in consciousness, there is a question of
thank you
back and doing the best.
Girish, agreed, Girish, because it's in seed.
Mind is shaitan, it may come back. So if you shut it, it cannot come back.
So I'm agreeing. I told you I'm agreeing. So those of you who want to be ABC, so I'm giving you the solution. If you want to deal with problems, ABC. And if you can't deal with ABC, then shut the door. If ABC is not working for you, that means you are, what Girish said, then you are the influence of shaitan. The Girish just now said the shaitan will come alive. Girish, what did you say, shaitan? What did you say?
Shaitan.
What shaitan? What did you say about the shaitan?
It can come back.
So Girish says that the shaitan can come back. So shut the door on the shaitan. So I'm saying ABC to deal with problems. And D is if you are not able to solve your problem with ABC, then D. Yogini, before we close. Thank you, Girish. I like your suggestions. I love it. Yogini.
Shivoham, sir.
Shiva. And I like Sunil Chittal's consciousness immediately to catch the point. Yogini.
Thank you for the formula, sir. This is again one step ahead to spirituality for me. You made it very easy.
Yeah, because I see, let me tell you one thing. I like to give you all an easy solution. Some of you trust me, some of you don't. Those of you who don't trust me, I can't help you.
I've come a long way.
No, I'm just telling you. Somebody once told me, I don't trust what you say. What you say is all bullshit. I said, okay, you don't trust me? Fine. What can I do? Can I do anything about it? I can't. But I am sincere in my efforts. I will do my best. I accept without protest. I do my best and I surrender the rest. So Yogini, what have you understood? Yogini, what is ABC?
ABC is accept without protest.
Yes.
And do your best
Yes.
as a karma yogi.
Yes.
And be in conscious and surrender the rest.
Very good. Very good. My dear friends, I want to tell you that we all have problems. A problem-free life is an illusion. I told you. Even people probably in the graveyard, we don't know how much whether they have problems or not because they've already started the next journey as the me, mind, and ego. But my dear friends, don't forget this ABC. When you have a problem to deal with, please remember me. Remember me saying ABC. Whenever you have a problem, you remember me saying ABC. Accept without protest. Do your best. And in consciousness, surrender the rest. So with this, and I trying to do my best for you every day, because I do it in complete surrender, knowing I am nothing. I do nothing. It is the divine who speaks through me. But I do nothing. I wish that you will be able to deal with your problems with A, B, C. I bow down to you.